Right, so if I remember correctly, it should be investigation time, I believe? And before we begin, thank you very much to Casey Smurf for the fiver. I did him an emote last night, but it didn't take a lot of effort, so I would have felt bad if he insisted on paying me more, so, like, I kind of felt bad about it.
Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved.
Well, yeah, no shit. What do you use a tarp for, typically?
Hifumi's big cold body is lying on the floor. His really big body.
Wow, taking the piss out of him after he's dead. He could have done that while he was alive. That would have been a lot more fun.
I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it? How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it! His glasses!
What's up, Falafel?
When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why?
Yeah, now see, if I was gonna kill the big fatty, I would have fucking removed the glasses. Also, I wouldn't have killed him with a fucking hammer, where it could be cross-referenced to another weapon, because that would have made it easier to find out, right? I didn't turn off desktop audio, did I? I didn't even set the reminder for myself, but I'm so used to fucking it up that I actually managed to remember this time. Look at me. Incredible, I know. Hifumi's glasses have been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Fan-fucking-tastic. So, for those who don't know, when I play Danganronpa 2, I'm actually gonna fucking take a shot every time they say the word, huh. Like, every time, like, not in text, but, like... Okay, you know when it's, like, text and a character's, like, actually speaking, right? But if they're thinking to themselves, huh, I'm not gonna drink. But if they say it audibly, like... I shouldn't say audibly, like, if it's written in text like a character's actually speaking, that'll be a shot. It may be a half shot, because I don't know how many huhs there are gonna be, but Danganronpas have a lot of huhs. They should call it Danganronpa, because there's a lot of huhs. I know, bad pun, shut up. Best I could come up with. I just started, give me a break. I have to fucking ease into it, alright?
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked?
Yeah, we knew that as well.
And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. Maybe it was a pizza delivery guy. Who knows?
Maybe, the customer wasn't there, but he opened up the door and then locked the door inside so he could have the pizza to himself.
The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open? There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out.
Maybe we should examine the dolly as well?
It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. There's cum on this doll. Oh, wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository? What's the explanation for that?
Repository Dolly has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. So again, I think this one is a lot easier to poke holes in alibis and testimonies and shit, just based off of the information that's given. It's a lot more straightforward than the other ones, I feel. But I feel like the other ones do a much better job. So we've examined the bodies. We haven't talked to Kaiba yet.
Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died.
Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps? I see, so that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
Huh? What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd had a bug up his ass the entire game. He'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Yes, which is why he didn't tell you.
There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help?
Nope. I think I got this all figured out. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. So then there's 2 possibilities. Either Hifumi came in here and locked it himself, or somebody was in here, waited for Hifumi, and they had the door locked and then unlocked it when they knew Hifumi was near, and then fucking locked it again. And killed Hifumi. The door can only be locked from inside the repository? Which makes me wonder... Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So, Hifumi could have been in here, the killer could have been in here, killed Hifumi, or... No, because Hifumi didn't kill himself, so that wouldn't make sense. So yeah, that had to be how it went down. Otherwise, the sequence of events wouldn't make any sense. So that's certain someone. Repository door has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Should probably look around here a little more. For what? Oh, the hammers, I see. Fair enough. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here are obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Yeah, it's an important one. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some places I already know about.
First the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found.
Alright, we have our 2 destinations. Hopefully we won't run into any glasses wearing freakazoids schizos on the way there. Probably will, though. Right, now if I could just remember where the fuck those places are, I'd be in a lot better of a position. Okay, so I know the nurse's office is down this way, so I'm gonna head there first, but I know the science room, or whatever the fuck it's called, the physics lab, is up on the other floor. But I'm too lazy to run my ass all the way up there. Nurse's office is first floor, yeah. So it's down here a bit. There we are. Yeah, how the fuck would they have gotten Hifumi up the stairs? That doesn't make any sense. Hello, you. How you doing?
Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind? What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiram might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, huh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct, Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible.
Celeste's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Good. It's probably gonna come into play later. I feel like there's more to look at. Oh, it must be the waste bin. Wherever the fuck the waste bin is. So I have no fucking clue. Is that this thing? The cylindrical fucking...
It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a kerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth? And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ah, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody.
Yeah, that might be Kyoko's. You might want to put that down. I don't think that's for glasses, Makoto.
Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that?
Somebody brooding. Somebody very indirect and mysterious, maybe.
I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important.
Or incredibly important. So, that's a stupid detail. I know they, like, set up the sequence of events in a way that's, like, you know, able to be figured out, but if this were a real situation, you might as well stuff that cloth not in the garbage can, and might as well, like, hide it, like, in a book, or, like, in a cabinet, or something. That's what I'd have done. I would have fucking opened one of these cabinets and fucking taken out a very random book, and then just put it in the back of the cabinet behind some other books, or something like that. And then lined up the books so it hid the other book, or something like that, if I were to be doing this. I mean, hypothetically, of course. It's not like I would ever murder anybody. Not on purpose, anyway. But manslaughter is an entirely different scenario, I feel. No promises there. Right, so where are we off to? We're off to the physics lab, which is... this way? Yeah, you did. Memory kicking in already. Finally, I'm getting the orientation of this fucking building after, like, hours and hours and hours of time. I'm very bad at that. I think it's because my memory is so fucking terrible. Like, my memory is legit awful. Where am I going? Can't go up there yet. Oh, so the physics lab has to be on this floor, yeah? I know it's at the end of a hallway. Oh, it's gotta be this gray one. Yeah, okay. There we go, here's the physics door. Yeah, so unfortunately my buddy Tim was not able to stream today because I looked really forward to him playing this and I was actually going to watch him play while I ate my lunch while I was getting ready. But, unfortunately he couldn't be on today. Which really sucks. Oh, I see there's drag marks in the blood, which means the dolly was moved over here, wasn't it? I knew we'd run into fucking glasses, McGee. I knew we would. I did say that.
Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire.
It's not a tire, it's a wheel, daft twat. There's a difference.
Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly? Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible.
Equipment room's bloodstain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery.
Well, you could carry them both. Just put Taka's body on the fucking dolly and pick up the dolly and carry the dolly. It's totally possible. What the fuck? It's absolutely possible. What is this? Not important to the case? Well, what the fuck is it? I want to learn. Stifling my fucking thirst for knowledge. In a school.
Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently, too.
Yeah, we saw it in the, repository.
I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. So where else do we have to investigate, or do we have to talk to more people? Because I feel like that should be pretty open and shut, yeah?
So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Yasuhiro's message has been added to the truth bullet section of your mana pad, whatever.
So he said to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there?
More information that we need to fucking correctly point out the killer so we don't all die gruesome deaths. Wait. So hypothetically, if you were to get the killer wrong and everybody were to die in that sort of scenario, how would it happen? Would it all happen at once? Would they all still have the personalized executions? Or would they do it like one at a time? Or like would it be like one giant collective like nuke fuck you thing? Like how would that work? I never, stopped to think about that. I mean, nobody ever, like, doesn't get caught, but that would be very interesting for a Danganronpa game. They should do that for the next one. One of the killers should, like, set up a murder that's impossible to solve, that they can't prove that the person did it, and they all get it wrong, but not everybody dies under a technicality, and the actual killer is able to get away, but that plays into the story later, or something like that. That'd be quite interesting. I wonder how that would go down. If they were to, hypothetically do something like that. Dining hall, yeah, let's go fucking get ourselves a burger while we, investigate. That's what I'd be doing.
I have no time for food now. We could all die.
It's like, yeah, but I'm hungry. I want a hamburger. Where the fuck is, what's his name's room? Hiro. Yasuhiro. Whatever his name is. Mondo, yep, dead. Kiyotaka, yeah, dead. Their sprites are alive in spirit, but... Oh yeah, let's have a look at Celeste, shall we? Fantastic. Leon, dead. Yasuhiro, here he is.
The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge.
Watch Hiro be into all sorts of weird kinky fucking shit. Yeah, look at this.
This is Hiro's room? There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where did he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right?
Well, I mean, seeing as how he's a suspect in the case, I think it's fair enough that you do inspect his room, right?
I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and some things made out of, looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hiro's room? But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me.
Yeah, Hiro doesn't write like that. Hiro has really good handwriting, and that looks like a fucking autistic kid tried to write a fucking novel. Or a pop-up book.
It's a normal bed, pretty much like the one in my room, except Hiro slept on it.
Yeah, you're not gonna smell this one, are you, weirdo? Smell Saika's bed all you want, but not gonna smell Hiro's bed?
It's pretty grungy, though. How does a bathroom even get this dirty?
People that don't look after themselves, which I fucking hate, by the way. I hate it when people don't look after themselves. Like my room, like, you guys don't know this, but my room is, like, clean 24/7.
Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the 2nd floor. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the 2nd floor as fast as I could.
Awesome, because now we don't have to do it. Saves me the trouble, because I'm lazy as fuck. Oh, there they are, across the fucking pool. I was like, am I blind as shit?
Kyoko, and...
I mean...
Phew, man, I've had the worst day.
Hiro? Hiro?
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh, who else would I be?
That's a good question.
Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Yeah, definitely.
Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. Could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
and?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care, do something about that costume, it pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
Let me
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Huh, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
What to the point? Nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
How do you know the blueprints were in his room? You never said anything about investigating Hiro's room. You said you were in the hospital the entire time. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious the one who put this costume on him went around attacking everyone.
That's terrible!
Was Hiro.
Well, due to the clasp thing, you wouldn't be able to clasp it if you put it on by yourself, would you? That doesn't make any sense.
Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the
Ooh,
worst.
yes please, ma'am. Oof. I mean, what?
Good idea, we wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
What?
To tie me up?
Hold on, guys, I think that's going a little far.
Or
That's
just far
right.
enough.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean,
Um...
attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided, you killed them.
Please?
What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
God, Celeste looks so fucking beautiful. I like how her hair looks blue instead of black, too. I don't know, something about it, just oof.
That's not a very nice
Big
thing to
fucking
say.
oof.
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
Yeah, but how would he have put the whole thing on? Because you're obviously struggling quite a bit, aren't you?
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then...
Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good, the arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me?
Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Let's talk to Beautiful real quick before we dip
Oh.
out of here.
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then perhaps...
Perhaps she is really working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But you are quite protective of her, yes? That's because she's helped me out so much up till now. If I was the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust.
God, she's so fucking sly and cunning. I love her so much. Although she is kind of an idiot. in one small regard. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. Oh, let's talk to Hiro. That might be a good idea.
The heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it?
Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What?
What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it!
Please?
I did not!
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then,
May as well tell us then.
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means
right.
Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh,
Oh, I know.
then.
That note.
Note?
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
What? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape, someone wrote all that to trick me.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Yo-ho! They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Just like you should about that fucking crystal ball for like $1 million.
Okay, then show us that note.
With pleasure, I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Please, you gotta believe me, I wouldn't hurt a fly.
As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck? For serious? Yeah, okay, so if he was the killer, he wouldn't be freaking out and he would have known who have gotten killed and he wouldn't have reacted the way he did. Hero's account has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins.
Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro.
No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why.
Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you.
I'd be ungrateful if you didn't. If you have the time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
Oh, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet, don't fail me now.
Guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Leader, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Spend
Hey.
some time alone with Kyoko.
Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now.
Oh, it's not gonna automatically teleport me there like it did last time? It's gonna not allow me to be lazy and actually have to fucking work for myself? I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Dipshit. I like how I say I have the orientation figured out and then I immediately fuck it up like 5 minutes later. Not a big surprise, I know, but... Alright, so repository's down the gray hall, I think, and then to the left. If memory serves me right. Yeah, this is the gray hall. Perfect. Who the fuck is hosting me? What's up, Light? Welcome, everybody. How's stream? What were you doing? Playing Bloodborne? Probably. Something Dark Souls related? I wouldn't doubt it. How's everybody doing? If you haven't met me before, hello. You've probably talked to me in chat several times. Hopefully stream went well. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this game, because it's a bit boring until, like, the exciting shit happens, but I'll try and make it as entertaining as possible for you lot, as I can. Where the fuck is the art room? Oh, it's through the fucking, it's through the, archway, isn't it? Yeah, this bit. Neo old patch speedruns? Oh, dear lord. I played and I finished Neo once, never again, man. That game was such a fucking pain in my ass. It's genuinely hard. Like, it's a difficult game, don't get me wrong, but, like, I feel like it's very terribly balanced, and it has a lot of RPG elements that make it way more complicated to understand than it should be, and that's why I don't like it. Plus, you get no iframe, so it's just a bit of a bitch.
Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
I go rigid every time I see Kyoko. What a coincidence.
so then,
Let's get started.
And I can say that. I can indeed say that.
She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm.
What's up with Makoto sniffing fucking girls' bed sheets and then watching them move in weird ways while they're inspecting dead bodies? He's a fucking freak, isn't he?
Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
That's also something a fucking serial killer might say. Just putting that out there. But a lot are playing Bloodborne, yeah. See, I don't know what it is, but like everybody in the Soulsborne community, I automatically expect them to be playing like either Dark Souls or Bloodborne or something of the like, you know what I mean?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting?
Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch.
It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the Truth Bullet section of her
However-
handbook. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Steady.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay.
Well, lazy cow. You're the detective here. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand.
The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's
So
body.
then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left a few clues of his own.
Kiyotaka's scrap of paper has been added to the Truth Bullet section of her handbook. So, before we examine Fatty over here, Basically, what a rundown of this game is, for people who don't know, it's like a murder mystery solving kind of thing. Basically, all these kids are convened into a school by this serial killer, not serial killer, but he's kind of a sadistic teddy bear robot thing. And they're all pretty much being held against their will. And each one of these characters has a unique talent, like a thing they're extremely good at, or the best at, and that's what defines their characters pretty much. So basically what the plot of it is they have no memory of anything, and they're trying to escape this school, but the only way to escape this school is by killing another student. And you basically gotta figure out who did it. I already know how this game goes, for the most part, so it's not blind or anything like that, so it's not very entertaining for me, but hopefully it'll be entertaining for other people.
The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it? I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that, and why?
So this character I'm basically playing as sounds like a little bitch, which is why I'm throwing my voice so fucking hard. In case anybody is curious. Okay, the thing hasn't chimed yet, so I guess we have to talk to some people or something.
Doesn't Kyoko get creeped out by poking at dead bodies and stuff?
Well, no, apparently not, because she's completely stoic.
So then...
No, I don't need your help. No offense, but I don't need it. Maybe we talk to her again?
So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Okay. I never caught on to that before, but that's actually pretty funny.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up.
Yeah, she has a very, very, very weird habit of digging into dead boys' pants for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it's a little bit sketch.
When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note?
Yeah, see, Makoto's too into sniffing girls' bedsheets, so he doesn't want to go, you know, snooping through another guy's pants.
I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it! It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth!
However...
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it?
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
The note Hifumi had has been added to the Truth Bullets section of her handbook.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, when a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I'd better keep it in mind.
Yeah, because she's much fucking smarter than you. No offense. E-handbook has been added to the Truth Bullet section of her handbook. Ah, there we go. There's trial time. It's only been 50 minutes. I think we may be able to fit in the trial in this one without me having to split videos. Although I probably should split videos just to be safe.
Like the bright burst
Oh yeah, this is the evil teddy bear I was talking about, by the way. This is my new emote that's coming, by the way. Because I figured this sadistic-ass teddy bear would make a perfect cool story bro emote.
And so,
you know how there's like the cool story Bob and he's kind of like leaning his head on his fucking fist, like, oh, that's pretty cool, tell me more. It's like, this guy's a complete sadist asshole, so it's like, completely makes sense.
Everyone, please meet at
and
the
I think I nailed
usual
it.
spot.
I honestly think I fucking nailed it.
Make your
This was the
way to
reference I
red
used for it, by the way.
on the first floor of the school.
Because for those who don't know, I've made like all my own emotes except for
See
one of
you
them.
soon.
Just because like they're really fun to fuck around with and I'm trying to get more experience at doing it so I can do commissions for people and shit.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay.
Well, it's good that this is a video game and I can fuck up as many times as I please, because if I fuck it up to the point where I die, I just fucking restart and it's not really a problem. So I'm going to save it really fast, and then I'm going to split it up into separate videos anyway. Just because an hour, like, I don't know if somebody would want to listen to me prattle on for an hour or so. Especially 3 hours, so I'm just going to fucking stop and then start again, and I'll see you back in a minute.